You know what? There's 3 more questions, but why don't I just do the next 2? I think we can probably skip the very, very last one. So.
I think I only have the last.
Can we do the last one?
Well, this one right.
Yeah,
You guys want to try that one?
Yeah.
You're shaking your head
How
no.
about we do one of the like the better?
Okay. Well, how about we do this second one here? Let's do this one here first in the middle. I'll try that one.
So much foiling.
That's a lot of foiling. So here's the last step. Now that we've re-practiced our foiling skills, we can put all of this together in order to solve again. Remember, solving means trying to get what x is by itself. So let me walk you through one of them. Over here, this is one of those ones where you got like that 2 sitting out front. So what I might recommend do is like ignore the 2 and just FOIL the rest of it. So you're going to get a 2x squared and a 2x and a minus 3x and a minus 3. I'm going to go a little slower here just to make sure no one has anything missing there. Everyone okay with those first 4 things being FOILed there? Don't miss any negative or positive signs. Okay, then, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take all of that and double it. So that means you now have 4x squared, 4x minus 6x minus 6. So that's this side over here of the equation. Oh, there's in red. Everybody okay with that first part? No one's here disagreeing. Okay, moving on. So then the middle section here, we got to FOIL that. So that's going to give you a 3x squared, a minus 4x, a plus 6x, and a minus 8. I'll write that again. We got a 3x squared, minus 4x, plus 6x, and a minus 8. The last foiling guy back there is going to give you a 2, a minus 1x, a minus 2x, and a plus x squared. Okay. Don't go any further than this. Just make sure that you have what I have. You might have them in different orders, but make sure that all 12 of these numbers that you have them all. So you should have a 4x squared, a minus 6x, and a minus 6 on the one side. And then you should have 8 terms on the other side. You should have a 3x squared somewhere, a minus 4x, a plus 6x, and a minus 8. And you should also have a 2, a minus 1x, a minus 2x, and an x squared.
I'm way ahead.
That's fine. Okay. That's fine. I don't want to go too fast. I want to make sure I go at a reasonable pace. So, like, by the way, slow me down if I do lose you, okay? Always feel free to go faster if you want. But okay, here's what I might recommend now. Let's put together some like terms. I'm going to put them together on the same side, though. I'm not going to move anything from one side to the other just yet. I'm just going to put together the like terms. So on this side here, I've got 4x squared. These guys right here can go together and give me a minus 2x and be minus 6. On the other side, there's this x squared and that x right there. So that'll give you 4x squared. You'll have minus 4 and plus 6, so that's 2. Minus 1 gives you 1. Minus 2 more should give you minus 1x.
I think I made it to the wrong.
And then a minus 6 from these guys right here. Pause there.
Oh, I did it right.
You see your mistake? Or no, you have it right? Tomorrow, I want to review something called the quadratic formula. Has everybody heard that set of words before? Quadratic formula? We'll get to that tomorrow. It's definitely a must-have knowledge for your Math 30-2 diploma. They actually, I think, even put it on your formula sheet. They think you guys formula sheets? You have one right there. Is the quadratic formula on there? It's that minus b plus or minus square root. You know that formula? Yeah, like it's something that they expect you to know how to work with, so I definitely want to revisit that, but I'll do that more tomorrow because we don't need the quadratic formula on this particular example. And the reason why is that there's 4x squared right here, and there's 4x squared right here, and it cancels, so it's no longer something considered to be quadratic. That just happens to work out on this question here, but if not, we have to use that formula.
So it's only considered quadratic if there's an x squared.
Good, yeah, basically. If you still have x squareds left when you're done, you can use that formula. But I don't want to bite off too much today, so it's already been a long lesson as it is. Okay, group all your x's together. Group all your numbers together. So I'm going to add 2x to both sides myself, which means that you'll have x on this side. And then I'm going to add this 6 over here to that side.
X equals 0?
I get 0.
Okay, good.
Anybody else get that one?
Yeah, I did.
By the way, don't freak out. Like, when you get x equals 0, it doesn't mean you did it wrong. I mean,
I already
if
said
x can be 1 or 2 or 3, why can't x be 0? So,
Okay.
it happens.
Like,
How was that, by the way? Was that
Good.
followable?
I just thought I did it wrong.
Cool. Okay, so here's what I'd like to try here. Can we do that? Do you guys want to do the very, very last one? Is it good?
Yeah.
And then after that, why don't I do the same thing we did yesterday? Let me give you guys a few practice questions out of the booklet there. And once you guys are content with that, then you can go.
Oh, we're not doing the last one.
Yeah, let's do that last one.
Is our assignment out yet?
Yeah, I do have that as well. The assignment, though, isn't on some of this initial stuff. You can have a copy, but it's actually on tomorrow's topic, factoring and quadratic formulating. So this is kind of just like the preamble to it. Like, you can start it if you want, but I would recommend just start doing the factoring or the expanding questions. You can't have one.
But they're a lot smaller than last year.
Yeah, I'm gonna make them a lot more manageable. Last year was just too
I'm
much.
going to do this Friday.
Yeah. So like what's gonna happen is tomorrow we'll do a lesson, and then Thursday and Friday are both work days. If you finish it on Thursday, you don't really have to come Friday then. Does that work? So I do need you to get that sheet signed though. If you guys have those sheets that I gave you the other day for your parents to sign, you should get those signed. Because otherwise, you're really not supposed to work.
Oh, yeah.
Do you need another copy or do you have this?
No, I have it.
Okay.
Signed.
Okay, why don't we give this last one a try? Anyone have any thoughts as to where to start?
The 7
Yeah.
Sure, that'll work. So let's take this guy right here. Let's make that 14 plus 7x. Let's FOIL this little mess over here. While I'm on that right-hand side over here, there is a subtract. We've covered this before as well. When you just put a minus in front of something, it just means flip all the terms. So you now need a negative x and a negative 1. That's probably the easier of the two sides. We should work on the left-hand side now and FOIL it. So I'll take this stuff up here and FOIL it. It's going to give you a 6x squared. You'll need a 4x. You'll need a minus 6. I did that out of order. It's okay though. And a minus 9x. So you should have those same things I do, just maybe not in the order I have them in.
Can't you, like, multiply up the x plus q up to the other side? And then
Good. You're a little ahead of me, but that is ultimately what we're going to do. Yesterday, I mentioned to you guys a way that you can solve things that involve fractions. You don't always have to cross multiply, but if you're stumped, one of the best ways to get rid of fractions is to cross multiply, but only in the scenario.
Kimberly Walker, please come to the office for checkout. Kimberly, please come to the office.
You can only cross multiply in a scenario where you have a fraction equaling a fraction. And we don't quite have that here, but if I do that, now I have a fraction
Can we
equaling a
simplify
fraction.
percent to that?
That's a great point, though. That's what I would like to actually do before I do Lisa's suggestion. Let's try to make it a little bit simpler. So over here, it looks like you're still going to be stuck with 6x squared. You're going to have minus 5x and minus 6. And over here on this side, you're going to have...
6x plus 3.
Good, that's what I got too. Cool. So at this point here, yeah, basically what I might recommend is if this helps you to visualize it, just make it over 1 and now cross multiply. Take this x plus 2, times it up there, take this 1 and times it up there. Okay, taking the 1 and multiplying it by the one side is kind of pointless. So like this side over here is still x squared minus 5x minus 6.
And does that just make the top, like, throw a bracket in the top?
That's what I would do then, yeah. Throw a bracket on this and make it 6x plus 13 times by that x plus 2. Like that whole thing comes up there. And now what it means is that we have to FOIL again. So if you FOIL again, you're going to get 6x squared, 13x, 12x, and 26. I should pause for a second there because I might have gone a little fast for some people. Please let me know if I lost you somewhere in there. Okay, so tomorrow we'll focus on quadratics a lot more. But in terms of this one right here, although there are x squareds, I've made this one and designed it so that the x squared should cancel. Can you guys see how there's 6x squared on both sides?
Yeah.
That's, I mean, if that happens, that's kind of nice, but that doesn't happen always. So those ones will cancel. Now we just got to bring all of our x's to one side, all of our numbers to the other side, and we're done. That's a 26, by the way. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to bring this 5x to the other side and add it over here. So it means that I'm going to have 30x on this side. Yeah, if I bring that the other way, it'll make it minus 32. Divide by 30, divide by 30. It's kind of ugly, but x is equal to negative 32 over 30. Did I lose you there?
No, I did it backwards. I put the.
You went the other way?
Over there, so.
Did you get the same thing though? Good. Okay. One last thought. There's a decent shot on the diploma that they wouldn't write the answer like this, but that they'd write it like this. Yeah, they reduced it. 32 can get cut in half, and so can 30.
Oh, shoot. No, I got a negative 30 instead of a negative 32.
So do you have a negative 30x equals 32?
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually the same thing. Maybe a quick mini lesson here on fractions. If you have negative 1 over 2, it's the same thing as 1 over negative 2.
This is all negative.
Yeah. It's the same thing as negative 1/2. So it doesn't matter who gets the negative sign, so long as in your fraction here, if the top is negative or if the that's the same thing. Does that make sense? Cool. Okay. How do you guys feel?
Good.
Things are good? Okay, so here's what I'd recommend then. Let's do the same thing we did yesterday. There's 20 minutes left. Why don't you guys find, like, say, 10 questions on expanding in that one duotang. Pick various levels of difficulty, and once you're content that you've got this down, then you can take off. Does that work?
How many questions do you have to do?
I don't know. Is 10 reasonable?
Yeah.
I mean, you could pick some of the easier ones to start with, and then, do 3 easy, 3 medium, 3 hard. I guess that doesn't add up to 10, but you know what I mean? Like something like that. So, I don't know. I hope that this booklet, like something like this, is useful.
We are in need of assistance. If you have found a black Swiss Army backpack that has a bunch of zippers all over it, and you have found it, can you please bring it to the office? So that was a black Swiss Army backpack with zippers all over it. Please bring it to the office.
I don't know. Does this work for you guys if I just give you like a big worksheet like this and kind of do like a choose your own difficulty level? And if you want to start simple, you can. If you want to just go right to the hard stuff, you can too. Because really, I want to leave it up to you guys as to whether you feel comfortable. If you feel like you got this, then sure, you got this. I think we should put like a bare minimum on there and say like, do just a certain number.
Right?
No, sorry, do expanding.
Oh, expanding.
Yeah, do expanding. I just wanted to throw exponents in as a worksheet just to kind of practice the idea of what to do when you've got things multiplied by powers. And, you know what I mean?
Fair.
So you do the second worksheet, the expanding one.
Just going back there.
Like I would do like say 1 and 4 and 5 just to kind of get started. And then maybe do like 16. And then maybe try like 36, 37. Maybe pull some up off the back page where there's like 2 by 3 or something like that. You really want to challenge on the back page. There's some that are so long that it doesn't even fit in one row. You have to like loop down onto the next row again. So if you want a real challenge, try like 88. Anyways, I'll leave that up to you. So call me over though when you have questions or for me to look at it.